Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Kat. I do makeup stuff, challenges, review products, give my first impressions. Sometimes I talk about fitnessy things and go on slight rants. But for today, we're gonna be doing a haul video. So I literally just finished moving. This is not the final location, but this is where I'm gonna be staying for the next few months. And so thus the background behind me that's a little bit different, but hopefully that'll be okay for you guys to just listen to me talk about makeup from here. Just to interject real quick, the camera unfortunately is going to be shaking pretty much throughout the entirety of the video because I had the camera resting on a very precarious surface and Rogue was bumping it the entire time. So sorry. I don't have much of a voice anymore. I'm exhausted. We had quite a trip to get over to here coming from Germany, so we had to fly to Baltimore first, the puppers and I, and then we had about a 4-day drive to get out to Arizona, and we just got in yesterday. But I just was so excited for all of this makeup that I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and film this video today anyway. So essentially what happened here is that when I am stressed, I have a tendency to make purchases because they make me feel better. So all of the stuff behind me on all sides, there's like 20 some boxes. We're gonna go through all of it because I'm so excited. It's literally like, I think 3.5 months worth of makeup that has amassed itself behind me. Primarily why I had it sent here was that for a really long time I was unsure where I was gonna be moving to. And so I was like, well, I'll just send it out this way ahead of me, and when I get there, I get there. So some of this stuff is from summer releases, some of it is from fall releases. It's just a whole hodgepodge of releases. But before we jump into that, there were a couple makeup products that I just got that I kind of wanted to mention real quick. The first of which is from Buxom. They have 3 new lip products that they just came out with. They have 1 matte shade, and then they have 2 of the shimmer shades, and these are for fall, and they are scented. So just wanted to toss that out there. The matte shade one is spiced apple cider, which totes my goats, man. That's what I got on my lips right now, and I am smelling some cider, so I love it. And the other 2, the more extra shimmery shade is Autumn, and it has a bit of a sweet, somewhat spicy type scent to it, but it's real nice. And then the other one is Hazel, which has like a sweet kind of chestnutty, hazelnutty smell to it. So all 3 of those I highly recommend. Ulta has them right now, and so if you like Buxom, if you like the lip plumping feel, highly suggest getting them. Another thing was that I believe in my BoxyCharm, I got a thing from Pure, which is this brush case, and it also came with an entire set of pink brushes. So I'm probably going to start using these in some videos when I do my demos. But just super cute with the pink, but I love this kind of brush container because then I just stuff my sponges in on this side. And so super cute. So I just really wanted to toss that out there. I feel like Pure these days is kind of trying to make a comeback, and even though they're still kind of hit or miss, I think they're headed more towards the more hits than misses. And I think that the second go on their Barbie collab that they did was way better than the first one. So I think they're slowly getting there, much the same as how BH Cosmetics is absolutely on the way up. The last few releases that they have had, like starting with the Ice Cream Shop palettes and then moving on from there, I think they have like a Mimosa palette, a blueberry one, a whole bunch of other things, and that formula is pretty good. So I would be checking out BH Cosmetics if I were you guys. And then the last one is that, so I recently have really gotten into collecting like single shades of eyeshadows. That's a lot. You have to get like a lot of the smaller palettes, and it was just taking up so much space. And so on a recent video, I want to say it was one of the makeup tag ones, where another creator was talking about like their largest palette that they had. It was all of their single shadows in one massive empty palette, and I needed that palette. So I got, look how big it is. Oh man, it's so big. So this is from JD Glow, and ooh, it is so big. So these are all of my single shadows that I have. These are all ColourPop over here. This is all of my Lethal Cosmetics ones. These are my Makeup Maniacs shadows. These are ones from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then down here I am slowly starting to build my Terra Moons Cosmetics one. This is also from Makeup Maniacs, and it smells like Fruity Pebbles. Really, really nice. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And because I had some extra space, I'm actually able to put my little utensil on there too, because since it's all magnetic, you know, whatever. But those were just the pre-things that I really wanted to share with you guys. Kind of just some cool things that if you guys are interested, you know, thought I would toss that out there. But let's go ahead and get into the unboxing. And I'm just gonna grab the first thing. Let's see what we got. All right, this is from Rebel Rouge Labs. I believe that's a indie makeup company, and I got this off of Etsy. I think the primary reason why I got this one is that I really was in the mood for like a Halloween type palette, and for Halloween, this is it. So you can see it's got Rebel Rouge Labs and Howlin' For You, Spooky Castle with the moon. And so that's just the exterior sleeve. So let's go ahead and see what the palette looks like on the inside. Ooh, okay, so inside, this is the interior cover. It's got like a scary wolf growling, some lightning bolts is what that looks like, a graveyard, and just has the same name on there. And so the interior is also, it's got kind of this like, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it's like a holographic sparkle that's on there, and it's also on the inside. Ugh. These are the fall shades. Oh my goodness. This looks amazing. So that's definitely a pressed glitter in the center. So if you're someone that's not a huge fan of pressed glitters, there is only one of those in here. And so you can just kind of work around that if you're just wanting all the fall shades. But it looks like there are 4 mattes and 4 metallic-y shades. But this is a fall palette. This is a Halloween palette. This is what I needed in my life. Okay, next up we have, ooh, okay. So this is another indie brand, and it's all in Russian, which is real helpful, but it's Tammy Tanuka. She has an Etsy shop that's available where you can go to get just all kinds of single shades, but then there's also a website that you can go to purchase products from there as well, but it's sigil inspired from Tammy Tanuka. And so you get this little card along with it. It's kind of cute. And the thing I like the most from them is their packaging. It's super cute. So this is some really nice paper with leaves, some tweed that's wrapped up in a little stone in the middle, and then you have a really cute little sticker. I don't want to mess up the wrapping, so I'm just going to slide the tweed kind of wrapping off. I don't believe I got a palette. I think I just got a few of the single shadows because they were super cute and they look really vibrant. So inside you've got a cardboard box, and then I got more than a few. All right. Oh my god, I got like 20 shades. Okay, so they come in this really cute packaging that has like a little design on the top. See if it'll focus. So it didn't focus, but I will just pop a picture up there so you can see it. But they come in these really little tins, and you can choose the size that you want. And so since I wasn't quite sure what the quality was going to be like, and I just wanted to try sample sizes, I just got like the smallest amount that you could get for the majority of these. There were a few where you had to get some more. For some of them you could just literally get little samples, and it's all loose pigment. So this is just literally the tiniest amount to try. My camera's not wanting to focus at all. Let me go ahead and show you guys inside the box. These are all the different shades. So you can see I've got some reds in there, greens, oranges, yellows, so many different things on here. And so I will definitely, if you guys are interested, I can do like a swatch party type thing where I swatch all of them for you guys and show you all the different shades, because there are definitely 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, there's 14 shades in here. And so if you guys are curious on this brand, let me know down in the comments, and I'm more than happy to do a review. And that goes for literally everything. Any of the stuff that you guys are interested in seeing, want me to swatch, want me to actually test out for a look, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do videos on the things that I'm interested in. Okay, next up we have from NARS. So the first thing from NARS is I got an eyeshadow palette. I do really like NARS. I know some people are kind of bored with them, but since I haven't had too much of a makeup collection up until recently. I really like them. So this is the exterior of the eyeshadow palette, and then on the inside it's just a real nice neutrals kind of palette, and so I thought that was a little bit nice because I actually don't have a ton of neutral palettes because I tend to go more for crazy colors. And then I also picked up from them the new foundation. So that's in kind of like a squishy tube type thing, and this is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and I really like their glow foundation that they have. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I really like their foundation. Love their Radiant Concealer, and so I thought I would give that a try. But the next thing is from Lunar Beauty. I finally decided to pick up some things from Manny MUA's brand. So the first thing I got, it's like I want just all the witchy Halloween-y things. Like that's just my goal for right now. And so I picked up Moonspell, and it looks like a book. It comes out like a book. The inside looks like another book. And then when you open it, it has all these beautiful shades in there. And this is just beautiful. I love it. So pretty. I've been wanting this for a while, and I was just like, now's the time while you're getting just all these things. Then I did pick up 3 different lip products, and I do believe that these were the 3 that were his new release that he had. So we have the shades Starlight, Celine, and Moon, which makes sense because they're all Sailor Moon related. Yet another reason to pick this stuff up. And so this is what they look like. You have the shade that you can see on the bottom, and then it has like a little diamond on the top portion on here. And so these are the 3 shades that I picked up. So it looks like there is a very light pink shade, then a more regular pink shade, and then kind of a goldy shade. They have a little bit of a sweet smell to them, so very nice. I'm excited about that. Next up, I did get the Nikkietutorials collab that she did with Beauty Bay, and it's in such a large box because I also picked up a couple other palettes. But already the inside of the box says, "Hello guys, it's me, Nikki." Every Nikkie palette that people got came with a little pop socket, so that's this guy, and it has her signature up at the top, and then the B for Beauty Bay. It is lighter than I expected. It actually weighs like the same as some of the smaller palettes that I got, so that's very interesting. So it's in a package that's kind of got some glitter on it, and then the keyhole that already shows you kind of a preview of the design. All right, so this is the palette, and you can see, as she kind of showed on her release video, you have the dark side on the left, and then you have the colorful side on the right. And so just really cute design, and I think in person it is a little bit cooler. It's got kind of that sparkle look to it for the building portions, so it's a little sparkly on there. And then when you open it up, you have the mirror, and then you also have the colorful side, and then when you open up the other side, you have kind of the darker shades. And the 2 mirrors that you have, the one is just a regular mirror that's on the right hand side, and then the other one on the left is more zoomed in. And these are definitely larger squares than what I was expecting, and so that's decent size. It's a real nice color story. It's kind of interesting, and so I'm interested in trying that one out. Let me know if you guys would be interested in me creating some looks with this on camera or not. Then next up, I got from Sigma the Enchanted eyeshadow palette, which is in this kind of holographic box. Looks the same on the inside with the palette, and these are the shades. So some interesting shimmers on there. I would say more of kind of like a grungy type look with some of the greens and the browns, and so it's really interesting because like the first 6 on here are very neutral, kind of pinkish, beigey, and then the last 8 are very grunge in your deeper shades, and so I think that was why I like it, just because I really love me some grunge. Then from Melt Cosmetics, I got the Gemini Palette. This is the Gemini Palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So clearly I am super duper into kind of rust shades and like your grungy greens right now. And up next from Dominique Cosmetics, this is very silvery, the sleeve that we have the Celestial Storm palette, which looks like this. This is already super cool. I love the look of that. And then on the inside, all these beautiful purples and pinks and blues. Just really cool. So this one I think is going to be super duper fun. These metallic shades, I don't think it picks up on the camera very well how they look, but they look super duper good in person. Next up we have, ooh, okay. This, my friends, is from P. Louise. I did indeed pick up the Worldy palette. And oh, that's so cute. They give you a little cosmetic base to try. This is teensy tiny little primer. That's like one use in there, if that. But then we have the Worldy palette. And guys, this thing is a freaking beast. Like, look how thick it's, oh my god, it's so thick. Okay. Let me get it out of the box first. Okay. So this is the palette. It's still huge in case you were curious. And it's got some really cool sand in the front that you can kind of move back and forth. And then you've got a cute little compass button on the front for opening. Oh man, this is gorgeous. This is so pretty. I absolutely love this. Like those blues and greens. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3. That is interesting. There are only 3 metallic shades in here, and literally everything else is matte shades. So if you are someone that is super duper into matte shades, this guy will do ya. So that's kind of something to kind of keep in mind, because I don't think a lot of palettes do that these days, that they're just primarily matte shades. So fun fact on that one. Let's move on to this guy. And this one, ooh, okay. This is Juvia's Place that I ordered from, because I didn't have a ton from them. I think I had like the Tribe palette, and that was it, literally. And so I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and order some more palettes from them, because I love the Tribe palette. And so I thought I would just get some more. And I also got a glass gloss. It's in this little box here. And this is what this guy looks like. Just a super cute pink shimmer. Oh, that smells like Fruit Loops. Oh my god. I love it. Oh, it smells so good. Then we have, ooh, okay. So what I did was I picked up a bunch of the little 6-pan palettes that they have. So I grabbed 5 of those. So I have the sweet pinks, the chocolates, the violets, the nudes, and the berries. So let's go ahead and run through the more neutrally ones, which are the nudes and the chocolates first. All right, so this is the nudes. Just a cute little palette. And these are the shades on the inside. So you can see super light neutral nudes, and I think that's part of why I picked up the chocolates one, was because this on its own doesn't really have, it has like one darker shade, and in person it's not even that particularly dark. And so that was why I also grabbed the chocolate palette, because then those two combined would kind of make a really awesome 12-pan neutrals palette essentially. So this is the chocolates palette, and so you can already see significantly deeper. And so imagine using these two together. That would be able to give you a really, really nice look with a decent amount of depth to it. And then we have all of the pinks and purples. So let's start with the violets, because that's kind of its own standalone palette. So this is the box for that one. Kind of cute. It's got like a pale yellow that moves into the purple. Okay, these are the violet shades, and it's so hard to get good purples that are actually really pigmented, and so I'm really hoping that these are going to be good. Okay, so next up we have the sweet pinks, and I kind of feel like the sweet pinks and the berries are going to be really similar to each other in that they're going to be like the nudes and the chocolates. That the sweet pinks, which looks like this, yep, is going to be your lighter shades of pink. Really pretty. This guy right here, that is the kind of bright pink I can get behind. And then I think the berries will be the deeper shades, so you can kind of create a look with a bit more depth to it. So this is the berries, and yep, there's some of your deeper shades. And this guy is a metallic shade, whereas in this one it's a matte shade, and so I think combining these two together, again, you can create some really nice looks. And then the final palette that I picked up was the Wahala Palette, which I don't know if anybody else has been getting like those advertisements on Facebook where they're like, hey, this is available, you should pick it up, and then you go and you're just like, this has been sold out forever. I finally was able to actually get it because one of the times when I went to go look, it was actually restocked. So this is the Wahala Palette. Translation drama. That's kind of funny that they include a translation on the container. And this is the palette. Oh man. There's so many awesome shades on there. Definitely has some pressed glitters. I want to say there are 1, 2, 3, 4 pressed glitters in this palette, and then a bunch of matte shades, some shimmers. It's just lots to work with on this guy, so I'm very excited about that. Swing over to my left now, and this is going to be Terra Cosmetics. So as I said before, I had that tiny little section of my palette that was Terra Moon. Well, now we're gonna have some more. We're gonna have a lot more. Okay, holy crap. So all of the shades that I picked up are essentially all matte shades, and so it's interesting because all of the other ones that I have in my singles palette, they're all like the duochrome and multi-chrome ones that Terra Moon has, and literally, like, look at this stack. That's a lot. These are all matte shades, and they are all kind of like the neon shades. Let me pick out a few for you guys to see. Oh, Falco, he's excited too. He's like, yep, she picked up all the neons. So we've got like a bunch of pinks, yellows, purples, oranges. We have like greens and blues. So just a ton of different shades. So if you guys are wanting for me to do a swatch party for all of my Terra Moon's shades, I definitely can now, because now I have a crap ton. And so if you're curious as to whether the matte shades are equally as amazing as the duochrome and multi-chrome ones are, because I can definitely say that those, oh, fantastic, phenomenal, some of the best in the game. So the matte shades, I'm going to be super interested to see if they are equally as good. Rogue's like, how do I lay down with this tower of like boxes behind me? Okay, next up we have from ColourPop. So the first thing from ColourPop that I grabbed was the Oolala Palette, because I had been continuously eyeing that one and I was real bummed that it was sold out for like the longest time. This is what it looks like. The only thing I don't like about it is that it is in that hard plastic container that ColourPop sometimes has. The majority of their stuff is in paper, and so I don't know why they had like a few of the releases that they decided to put into plastic. But this is this guy. And so you can see very similar to like the Juvia's Place, just a 9-pan palette version instead of a 6-pan, but lots of really cool pinks in there. Also, in honor of me moving to Arizona, I decided to pick up one of the pressed powder cheek palettes that they had. That was like their desert kind of one, so that's a cactus on the side. This is On the Horizon, and this is the exterior of the palette. So just a cute, super cute little cactus on there. This is the blush shade on the inside. It is a shimmer blush, not a matte, so it's just kind of cute. And so I thought I would just pick that one up primarily just because of the container. Even though I do really like ColourPop's formula for their blushes, I primarily just got it because I was like, I'm moving to Arizona. I wanted something cute to kind of commemorate it. And since they did have that collection that they released that had like 50 million different things for cacti on it, I was like, I'm gonna pick that up. But then as far as eyeshadow palettes go, instead of the kind of deserty Arizona one, I got the Garden Variety one instead, just because I preferred the color story on this one. The desert one was just a little too neutral for me and just kind of boring. And so the color story on the Garden Variety one, first off, I thought this was really cute with all the different shades of succulents that were on there. And it was just a really nice spring type palette. And so I thought that was super duper cute. And so I picked that up. Although I'm gonna set this aside because I kind of want to compare it to a different palette that we're gonna see here in a minute, because I think it might be super duper similar. And then the other thing that I grabbed from them was one of their gel liner collections. And so there's just, you slide this guy out, and some of them did get kind of knocked out of position, but this is all of them. So all the shades of the rainbow from ColourPop for their liners. I did a little rearranging, my battery died. So from Dose of Colors, this is the next one. First up, we have an Ice Cream palette, which is a fun play on words. This little guy comes in a sleeve with some little ice cream cones on it, and it's just a super pastel-y kind of palette on there, just really cute. And I thought, you know, it'd just be a fun one to get, and I've heard good things about Dose of Colors, so I thought I would test it out. Then I picked up 4 of their smaller pan palettes that they have. The first one is the Snow Angel. So this is this little guy, just real cute little 5-pan palette there. Then we have the next 3 are the Smoky Soiree, the Cutting Edge, and the Sassy Siennas. So the Smoky Soiree is this little guy right here. It's just kind of a cute one for definitely smoky looks. And I do like that this shade kind of on the end here is more of like a little bit of a reddish tone. And then really nice, these metallics. There's a good silver in there, so that's going to be fun to test out. Then we have the Cutting Edge, which is this guy. So clearly, yet again, kind of those grungy type shades that I like. And lastly is the Sassy Siennas, and that one is all mattes, and it's just a really fun kind of burnt orange. Then I also grabbed a lip product from them, primarily because it's a Disney World collab and it's got Mickey on there. So already the box just has like little Mickey heads on the side, and then the lip product is this really cute kind of gold shimmer, and it has Mickey little gold heads all around the top on there, so that's kind of cute. So I thought that would just be something fun to get. Up next, we have from JD Glow. I got a bunch more single eyeshadows. Can you tell that I went through a single eyeshadow phase there for a couple months? So I'm not going to run through all of these with you guys right now, but again, we can definitely do a swatch party in the future. But just to show you guys a few of the shades, I grabbed, let's see, I can show you guys the different shades of blue that I got, that are all of these guys. And then I got a couple greens that are really pretty, some different pinkish shades as well. This guy is kind of a cool looking silver, and so some gold, just really pretty single shades. So I can definitely do a swatch party for that one as well if you guys are interested. I think it might also be kind of fun to compare them to some of the other single shadows that I have. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. Then I also got a lip gloss from them, and this is just kind of in a cool little container. I just thought the shade was really pretty. It looks like a super cool duochrome type look. Smells very tasty. That was fun. And then I did also get 2 additional liquid gel liners, so let's look at those. So this is the first one in kind of a deep blue. The other one is this really beautiful gold shade. Yeah, so that is my JD Glow purchases. All right, next up we have from Sydney Grace. All right, so it looks like I got 2 loose glitters. Then I also got a lip product from them. This is in the shade Shaylee. So just like a nice mauvey pink shade. I actually didn't get single shadows this time. I got a palette, and I'm fairly certain that some of you might already know which palette this is. It's the Tiny Marvels palette. So this is an amazing collab between Mel Thompson, who is another creator on YouTube, and Sydney Grace. And Mel Thompson is like, she has to be one of the nicest people on YouTube. Like, never says anything mean, is always super supportive of people, and just love her. And so the Tiny Marvels palette I thought was really awesome. Part of what drew me into her is all of the tattoos that she has everywhere, because I am also tattooed, not on the front, but I have the majority of my right leg, I have the majority of my back, my ribs, lots of tattoos everywhere, and so I really liked that about her. I kind of identified with her, and I always thought she's just so cool and edgy because of the short hair and everything. Just love everything about her. And so she actually had her tattoo artist design the cover of the palette, which I thought was really neat. And then on the inside is just beautiful pastel shades, really nice. And this is actually the one that I wanted to compare to the Garden Variety palette. So I just kind of wanted to, yeah. They are a bit similar in the color stories. So you can see they both have greens and purples and neutral shades on there. But I have a feeling that I am going to like the Sydney Grace one just a touch more. But either way, super cute, and so I was really happy that I was able to get that one, not only because I love supporting other creators, but also I just thought that that palette was beautiful and such awesome spring vibes, and just really loved everything about it. Next up, we have another collab that I got. So this is from Il Makiage. So I picked up the entire collab that Rico Nasty did with Il Makiage. So you get this awesome, just electric green bag. So in case you don't know, Rico Nasty is a musician. She's really awesome. She has a YouTube channel, or not YouTube, Instagram, where she uploads really amazing pictures. The makeup that she does is always like really bold. Hairstyles are really bold, and so obviously her collab is going to be bold. So you start off with this really awesome bag. It has an outline of a skull on there. Just love it already. All of the packaging for everything is that lime green. It's just so cool. So there are two eyeshadow palettes that you get from that. One of them is this smaller one that's kind of silver, and then this one has the bright neon shades in there. And then the other one, which is the larger of the two palettes, comes in this black case, which is also awesome. It has that same skull on there, really pretty. And then this has your metallics and your more neutral shades, but also just looks awesome. And then we have what looks to be three liners. Oh, this is a brush actually, double-sided brush. So you have more of a packing brush, and then you have more of a blending brush. We do have a liner in white. And then I'm betting this is going to be a black liner. It's a regular charcoal black liner. So two liners, a dual-sided brush, and then both of the palettes, which are just awesome. Okay, up next we have from Makeup a Murder, which is a really cool company that one of my subscribers actually told me about that I had never heard of. And so I took a look and I had to pick stuff up because it's so cute. Everything is like wrapped in these crime scene type things, sealed evidence bags for all of the stuff. It's just so cute with how they did everything. So the first thing that I picked up from them is a crime scene eyeshadow palette. So that looks like this, and it is in a sleeve. So it's just got that really cool kind of holographic crime scene type of look. And then inside you have all of the neons as pressed powders. So super cool. Then I also grabbed from them in this little box, it's cosmetic eyeshadow tape. And so I thought that was just such a cute idea. So if you're someone like me that tends to get really messy when you're applying your eyeshadow, if you're wanting that tight line, you can use this. And it's just tiny little eyeshadow tape that says crime scene on there, which is just adorable. I got all of their loose pigments that they have in that newer type packaging that looks like this. So we have all of these bad boys with the blood dripping on top of the wax seal, which is kind of cool. And then I got some of their blood, which is just red metallic loose eyeshadow powder. Then I have all of these that are in little stopper bottles. We have black pigment, and then white and kind of silver pigment in these little stopper bottles. But I definitely recommend if you're wanting something cute, like I really love themed makeup, and Makeup a Murder is definitely themed makeup. So I would highly recommend you guys go check them out. And you do kind of usually have to do pre-orders because of the COVID stuff, so they're not always for sale. So make sure you go check out the website when they are available and pick the stuff up because it's super cute. Okay, next up, I did get some Rare Beauty items. I saw some of the reviews that were done, and specifically the one that Nikkietutorials did where she was actually talking to Selena Gomez. I just thought that was like the sweetest video ever, and so that was really what convinced me to want to try it out. It comes in this really cute little baggie, and I did get a bunch of the different things. I got 2 of the brushes because I figure if I'm actually going to give it a fair shake, I am not someone that typically uses face brushes to apply products, and so I got the foundation brush that is kind of this slanted one, and then I also got the concealer brush, which is equally as slanted, but just a smaller version. That guy looks like this, so you can see the 2 brushes together. And then I grabbed the primer in a smaller size just because I wanted to try it, see if it was any good. I did also pick up one of the blushes. I did not go with a super duper red one just because I'm gonna mess that up for sure. I'm not a big user of creamy products, and so attempting to use that was just going to be a disaster, so I went with more of a neutral shade. And then I did pick up the foundation as well, and so that's this guy right here with a little bulb on top. And then I also grabbed the concealer, so that's this guy. Then I did get this guy, kind of interesting. It's a flat bottom and then rounded over the top, but it's one of the lip balms, and so I got it in this kind of coral shade. And then I picked up this shade of the liquid lip products that they have, so it's just kind of this pinky shade. As we know, I like my pinks. And then I also grabbed the second version, which is slightly darker, so you can see a little bit of the difference in tone. One is just slightly darker than the other. So part of what I was thinking with all of those products is, since I'm not particularly good with cream products, I figure I could do a video where I show my first impressions of everything, and you can see how well or not well it works for someone that is not great with cream. So if you are someone that is also like me, where you prefer your powder products for like your bronzer and your blush and highlight and everything, then definitely check that video out, because I'm going to do that here probably in the next week or 2, and so you can see if it's worth giving it a shot or not. But next up, we've got 2 boxes left. This one is from Terra Beauty, which is another indie brand. And I heard about this brand from, I believe it was Amy Loves Makeup. Either way, I picked up a few things. So the first thing that I grabbed was the You Make Me Blush palette. Looks like this. So just some cute different blush shades on there. Then we also have our first eyeshadow palette, which this is the Dreamscape palette. I just really liked the color story on this one. So this is the exterior, very pretty, kind of iridescent. These are the shades on the inside. Really beautiful. There's a couple like tiger stripey shades on here, which is real interesting. But this is just, these shades are beautiful. Like all of these greens and then the pinks and purples, right up my alley. So I'll definitely be testing that one out for you guys. And then I got one more palette, and this is the Galaxy palette, kind of in a rose goldy type shade container. Oh my god. So this is just all glitters, so that's amazing. So if you were someone that unlike a lot of people that don't like pressed glitters, if you were someone that does, all of them. So I would definitely be more than happy to swatch all of those for you guys as well. So I might end up doing a video where I do a look with the Dreamscape palette, but then also swatch the Galaxy palette for you guys too. So I'm excited for that. And now we have one box left, and this one is from Copacetic Cosmetics, also an indie brand. Okay, so the first thing right off the bat at the top of the box is a thank you note from Copacetic Cosmetics, from the owner. She said, "Thank you so much for your amazing order, and she's really sorry for the long delay, and your support means a lot to my small business." And even though those kind of notes, like, they don't take particularly long time or anything like that, but I love that about a lot of indie companies. Just that small little touch that makes you feel special, like you matter to them in some way. And so I always really appreciate that when they take the time to take a note. And I honestly, because again, since I was moving, didn't even notice the delay. So the first thing that I got from them is this gloss, which is in this beautiful red. I mean, that is a red, and it is gorgeous. And then I did pick up 2 different palettes. So the first one is the Butterfly Kisses palette. So this is the outside, and then when you open it up, it's these really beautiful lilac purples, just so gorgeous. And the other palette is the Elysian palette, which has kind of like the northern lights on the front, and then on the inside you have 5 matte shades and then 4 iridescent kind of metallic-y shades. So also really pretty, really follows kind of the idea of the northern lights. And so I thought I mean, Copacetic Cosmetics is just really cute with the packaging, the different random cute things that you can get in the website besides just makeup. So I would definitely check them out. Okay, so that was officially everything. My battery keeps dying on my camera here, and so it's like cutting off my sentences and I'm exhausted, but that was like 30 boxes we just went through. But legitimately, anything that you guys want to see first impressions or reviews on, just let me know down in the comments. I'm more than happy to test anything out. I'm probably gonna end up testing out a lot of it anyway, but I would love to know your guys' thoughts. If you've already tried any of these products and you want to let me know what you thought of it, I would love that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you think that my shopping tendencies when I'm stressed are a little bit over the top, feel free to give me a thumbs down. If you haven't subscribed yet and you enjoyed this video, this type of content, seeing just the tops of my dog's ears, then feel free to subscribe. I would love to grow my community on here on YouTube. And so that was it for this haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too crazy long, and other than that, you guys just go out and have a good one.